The ongoing public saga surrounding Justin Bieber's mental state has taken a significant turn, with reports indicating Hailey Bieber's current perspective on the situation. The developments have captivated audiences, generating widespread concern and discussion. To stay fully informed on this unfolding narrative, ensure you subscribe to this channel for all the latest updates. Justin's behavior has reportedly intensified, moving from public breakdowns and paparazzi encounters to a series of unusual and sometimes concerning Instagram posts, some of which have seemingly targeted Hailey herself. The situation has prompted headlines suggesting that Hailey might be considering legal action to place Justin under a conservatorship, a move that draws unsettling parallels to high-profile cases involving figures like Britney Spears and Wendy Williams. The mere mention of a conservatorship immediately raises alarms, given the history of such legal arrangements often leading to tragic stories of exploitation and loss of personal autonomy. The thought of someone else controlling an individual's financial decisions, even down to minor purchases, using their own hard-earned money, is widely viewed as a form of mental duress. This is why the news of a potential conservatorship for Justin has generated such concern. Reports indicate that Justin has been experiencing a profound struggle, evidenced by emotional breakdowns, erratic social media activity, disoriented public appearances, and an overall sense of isolation. His fans have repeatedly questioned why he appears so persistently sad. Legal experts have now entered the conversation, suggesting that if Justin's current trajectory continues, either Hailey or his mother could legally seek control over his life, including his finances, health, and even custody related to their child. This potential development signifies a major turning point, with profound implications for Justin's future. It is widely understood that obtaining a conservatorship in California is an extremely difficult process, particularly after the widespread movement that led to the termination of Britney Spears' conservatorship. For a conservatorship to be granted, a judge must be presented with irrefutable evidence that Justin is entirely incapable of managing his own life. Experts express concern that Justin's current behavior could meet this rigorous standard. Furthermore, Hailey would be required to demonstrate that Justin poses a danger to her and their child, and that he is unable to make rational decisions. This scenario is deeply unsettling, as the current circumstances do not appear favorable for Justin. His fans are divided. While they acknowledge his struggles and apparent distress, many do not believe his condition warrants a conservatorship, advocating instead for therapy and comprehensive support to restore his well-being. This brings forth a critical question regarding Hailey's willingness and capacity to provide such support. To her credit, Hailey has reportedly shown significant effort and resilience, enduring considerable public scrutiny as Justin's partner. She has often been subjected to increased criticism whenever Justin experiences a public breakdown or outburst. A recent example involved Justin appearing disoriented on stage with SZA, where he struggled to even hold his head up. This incident led to public commentary questioning Hailey's perceived inaction, with many asking what she was expected to do in such a moment, or if she should have physically removed him from the stage. For an extended period, Hailey reportedly made efforts to encourage Justin to return to performing and reclaim his former persona, the artist who captivated stadium audiences with his music. However, it is suggested that Hailey did not anticipate taking on the role of an emotional crutch, an unpaid therapist, or a constant caregiver to her husband, alongside her role as a wife and support system. In recent times, Hailey has reportedly carried a heavy burden, a situation that became even more challenging after the arrival of their child, which divided her attention and increased her own need for Justin's support. It was reportedly after the birth of their child that Justin's public meltdowns and social media outbursts became more frequent and pronounced. Sources close to the couple have indicated that Hailey found the situation increasingly difficult to manage. The extent of their struggles behind the scenes remains largely unknown, but Hailey's next actions are seen as critical, with the potential to either help Justin recover or cause further distress. Beyond the personal struggles, the public discussion has also focused on articles detailing the legal requirements for Hailey to gain control over Justin. The existence of such detailed analyses of how a conservatorship could be granted raises questions about the origins of these rumors. It appears to be more than mere speculation, hinting at a potentially targeted situation. Those familiar with Hollywood dynamics recognize this pattern, suggesting that such discussions often precede actual legal actions. The increased frequency of paparazzi encounters with Justin, particularly when he appears unwell, has fueled concerns. This mirrors the trajectory of other high-profile cases where intense media scrutiny preceded legal intervention, such as Britney Spears' situation. The constant appearance of paparazzi whenever Justin is out, even for casual outings, raises suspicions of leaked information about his whereabouts. This pattern suggests that someone close to his team might be providing tips to photographers. This situation is dangerous, as the more erratic Justin appears in public, the easier it becomes to build a legal case for removing his rights. This is not an attempt to justify any inappropriate behavior or substance abuse on Justin's part. He should be held accountable for his actions. However, there is a perception that some individuals within his inner circle might be inadvertently or deliberately contributing to his decline. The conversation about a potential conservatorship also brings to mind Lou Taylor, a figure controversially involved in Britney Spears' conservatorship. There were reports some time ago that Justin had parted ways with much of his team and had hired Lou Taylor as his business manager. While they are reportedly no longer working together, the past connection raises concerns about what influence or information Taylor might have gained during their association, especially given that it was around this period that Justin faced financial difficulties, reportedly leading to the sale of his music catalog for $200 million. The fact of their past connection alone was enough to cause alarm for many. From an external perspective, Justin Bieber appears to be struggling, but not beyond hope. A conservatorship is seen as an extreme measure, one that could potentially empower individuals who might have contributed to his current state. However, the possibility cannot be dismissed entirely, as past cases like Britney Spears illustrate that individuals performing and touring globally were still subjected to conservatorship, with their fundamental freedoms curtailed. This highlights the concerning disconnect where someone seemingly capable of managing a career could still have basic personal decisions controlled by others. Justin has reportedly been surrounded by individuals who have consistently affirmed his desires rather than challenging him when necessary, possibly contributing to a disconnection from reality. This lack of critical feedback from his inner circle is a source of concern, as it suggests an environment where he may not be receiving the support needed to confront his struggles. The situation is not merely about Hailey. It concerns a prominent figure who appears to be struggling significantly and unknowingly. As for Hailey, there's a prevailing sentiment that she might desire to help Justin gain control, but is also overwhelmed by the situation. Questions arise about whether she has truly experienced happiness in her marriage, given the perception that she has spent a significant portion of it attending to Justin's needs while also raising their child and managing her own business ventures. Some observers suggest she might feel as though she is caring for two babies, one experiencing a personal crisis and the other requiring infant care. Beyond the conservatorship rumors, there has been speculation that Hailey has considered leaving Justin, especially following the recent sale of her brand, Rhode, for $1 billion. Her fans have reportedly encouraged her to leave, asserting that she no longer needs Justin and that he is a draining influence on her. Recent online activity suggests that she might be contemplating such a decision, as their public interactions have become increasingly tense and unsettling. The couple's recent online exchanges have been particularly striking. Justin has posted cryptic messages seemingly questioning Hailey's loyalty, while Hailey has responded with subtle allusions to her need for therapy. Justin's Instagram feed has been noted for its increasingly chaotic nature, with many commenting on his apparent lack of filters in what he posts. Photos of him in a messy bathroom with captions expressing a sense of despair have been observed, indicating a raw display of distress rather than an attempt at being provocative. One particularly concerning post included a screenshot of Justin asking ChatGPT if ketamine could be used to control emotions. Given ketamine's status as a misused tranquilizer and its association with tragic incidents, this post raised significant red flags. Further unsettling content includes a post where Justin is holding his child, but the subsequent image shows him smoking, prompting concerns about the child's exposure and calls for Justin to mature for his child's sake. Days later, Justin embarked on a social media rant about loyalty, seemingly in response to calls for Hailey to leave him now that she has financial independence. He wrote, "Telling other humans they deserve something is like raising someone else's kid. Who are you to tell someone what they should or shouldn't have the audacity? That's not your place. God gives what we deserve." He followed this with a post asserting that loyalty is a manipulative language, equating it to a duty or obligation rather than free will and love. He further stated that love is a delight and that loyalty should not be used to keep people around out of fear, urging a choice of love over loyalty forever, even drawing parallels to loyalty among mafia members. These posts caused confusion, with some interpreting them as a desire for an open marriage. The situation escalated further with Justin's recent caption, "Tired of transactional relationships. If I have to do something to be loved, that's not love." This led to public mockery, with some commenters humorously suggesting he was complaining about simple requests, or that he should go and love yourself, referencing his own song lyrics. His posts have also included Bible verses discussing forgiveness and freedom, which, coupled with his erratic behavior, have raised concerns among observers who have witnessed similar patterns in other public figures. Concerns also stem from Justin's apparent disengagement from his music career, despite photos of him in the studio, as no new music has been released that matches his earlier success. Additionally, he has reportedly continued to make subtle criticisms towards Hailey following the magazine cover incident and the SZA performance. More recently, he reportedly defended another artist, leading fans to question why he does not exhibit the same level of energy in defending his wife when she faces criticism. His Mother's Day post to Hailey was also perceived as underwhelming and disrespectful by some fans. Meanwhile, Hailey posted about attending therapy all summer long, though she later edited out the therapy part, but not before it was noticed. Her consistent pattern of public statements, then swift modifications or deletions, also contributes to the perception of ongoing issues within their relationship. The overall impression is that their relationship is publicly unraveling, with Hailey consistently offering support and loyalty while receiving passive-aggressive messages and perceived disrespect in return, even in their co-parenting dynamic. The fundamental takeaway is that Justin requires genuine support and healing beyond mere public appearances or business ventures, and that both he and Hailey need deep personal care. The internet's pervasive scrutiny of their lives also contributes to the pressure they face, emphasizing the underlying mental health aspects of their public struggles. This intricate and unfolding story continues to hold the attention of many as the details of Justin and Hailey Bieber's lives play out in the public sphere. For continuous coverage and all the latest updates on this developing situation, remember to subscribe.